Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Abby Land, and I am the mayor of the city of West Hollywood. And thank you so much for coming to this wonderful day of true celebration as we talk about the Supreme Court decisions this morning. As you can see, I'm here with my colleagues and community supporters, and this is truly a remarkable day, not only here in West Hollywood, but in the state of California, and really for every same-sex couple that is married throughout this country to finally have the equal rights and protections that all married couples do. Well, this is truly, history was made today. And certainly for those of us as elected officials, we are so excited to be able to know that soon we will be able to once again marry all couples here in California. And I think I'll speak for myself, but I probably can speak for my colleagues as well to say that when we had the opportunity to marry people before Prop 8, it was one of the most joyous times ever as elected official. And so we look forward to that. I'm going to introduce my colleagues. I also want to give special greetings from our other colleagues who are working today but will be joining us later this evening, and that is Councilmember Jeff Prang and Councilmember John Heilman, who aren't here this morning, but pretend you're seeing them because they are as excited as we are. And so let me start by introducing my colleague, Mayor Pro Tem John D'Amico. I know this day is a special day because John is married, and now to finally have all the benefits that every married person has is very, very special. So here's my colleague, John D'Amico.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mayor. This is a very exciting day. I'm the Mayor Pro Tem of the city of West Hollywood, and clearly justice is an ever-expanding idea, and for all of us, the future is arriving now. We, Keith and I, we met 21 years ago, and were married 5 years ago, and 3 hours ago, the United States Supreme Court decided that we belong in America like everyone else. I think with this ruling, we help those of us who have gotten ourselves married, those gay and lesbian, we gay and lesbian Americans who've gotten ourselves married, have reaffirmed the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Being accepted into the family of Americans is something that when I was 17 years old in 1980 and I came out and I thought to myself, my future is ahead of me. I live here in Hawaii. I don't know really what this country and this idea of being a young person and being alive really means, and I could have never imagined that 33 years later I'd be standing here in the city of West Hollywood thanking the Supreme Court and thanking my fellow Americans for believing and knowing that all of us have always been equal and now will be treated that way. So I'd like to once again say thank you and just remind us that the future, we never know what it holds, but we do know that the future for gay and lesbian Americans is better, is completer, more complete, and really the future is arriving now. Thank you very much. This is this is my colleague John Duran. He's much better at making speeches, so you're going to get a lot of good quotes from him. John Duran.
We won! 13 years ago, a group of us gathered in San Diego and plotted a 10-year strategy to achieve marriage equality in the state of California. We did that because the Knight Initiative passed in the year 2000, which prohibited gay and lesbian marriages in the state of California. And we had learned some really painful lessons through the AIDS epidemic about what happens when our relationships are not respected. We learned a very painful lesson watching Karen Thompson and Sharon Kowalski when one of those partners was devastated in an automobile accident. And we realized without our relationships being recognized, we could not take care of our families. So we set out on a journey to have marriage equality established. We got legislation to the governor's desk twice. It was vetoed twice. We went to the California Supreme Court. We prevailed in the California Supreme Court, and we had the Summer of Love here in the city of West Hollywood in June of 2008, when we married hundreds of couples here, 16,000 across the great state of California. That came to an abrupt end on the night that Barack Obama was elected. We cheered the election of a new president who understood us, and we were devastated by the passage of Proposition 8. And for 5 years, we have been sitting in political angst, watching America debate our freedom to love the person we choose to, and wondering whether America would see that equality under the law is an ever-evolving constitutional concept that has meant different things to different communities over time, whether it's been racial minorities, whether it's been people with disabilities, whether it's been seniors, but now it was going to mean something for gay and lesbian people. And today, through the demolition of DOMA and the elimination of Proposition 8, we now return California to that column called the free states here in the United States, where gay and lesbian couples can once again marry. The battle is not over. The battle is not over in Arizona, in Oregon, throughout the Midwest, God forbid, the Deep South. The battle is not over. It's only one more step. And tonight, here in the city of West Hollywood at 5:30 at the historic corner of Santa Monica and San Vicente, our community gathers to either mourn and grieve our losses or to celebrate our victories. And tonight, we will be celebrating a phenomenal victory in the state of California. I will just finish by saying when we saw that Justice Scalia and Justice Ginsburg were on the same opinion, we like, what the heck? What does this mean? We didn't know what was going to come next. We won on a technicality. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's a technical knockout. We'll take it. We'll have couples marrying again. What this means, we have a 25-day window. Either side can petition the Supreme Court for a rehearing. The Supreme Court grants those petitions once in a century. It's highly unlikely that's going to change anything. Governor Brown has already directed his staff and the county clerks around the state that once that 25-day period passes, we can get back into the business of marriage, including here at West Hollywood City Hall. So with that, I'd like to introduce Heidi Schenk, who is the Vice President of the Stonewall Democratic Club and one of the 16,000 married couples here in the state of California.
Thank you. You know, as one of the 18,000 couples who were married in the state of California today, I approached today with the sense of it was either going to be heartbreak or it was going to be happiness. So I am absolutely overcome with joy at these twin victories at the Supreme Court today. These rulings affirm the fact that my marriage, and I've been with my wife for 18 years, actually deserves the same respect, recognition, and civil rights that any other marriage in this great country of ours actually deserves. Now, my wife and I, we have waited and watched anxiously over the years others debate and discuss our marriage and the merits of our marriage. But something that we always knew, and now America shares, is the idea that love, whether its expression is gay or straight, actually deserves equal protection under the law. Now, as my colleagues have said, we have so much work left to do. But today, gays and lesbians and our straight allies can actually breathe a little bit easier, because I don't know about you, but I couldn't breathe. We can stand a little bit taller and hold our heads a little bit higher, knowing that our country has actually embraced us more fully today, and that the expression, the ideals of freedom and liberty, and most importantly, equality, actually do apply to all. God, it's a great day. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Reverend Dr. Neil Thomas. I'm the senior pastor of the Metropolitan Community Church here in Los Angeles and the president of California Faith for Equality. And this is the day that our God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. That's what our scriptures say. Now, I know that there are already religious moralists who are saying that God didn't make Adam and Steve, God made Adam and Eve, but in my book, God made all of us just as we are, and we are just fine just as we are. And I just want to thank my religious colleagues across the state over the last 7 years, both Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and Buddhist, from the progressive wing, who have been speaking out this other voice of religion across this state and across this country, that there are two voices in this argument. And we today stand on the arc of justice, and justice always arcs to those who are on the right, and we give thanks today. 45 years ago, Reverend Troy Perry founded the first marriage here in Los Angeles, and 45 years later, our church now will be able to not only marry people religiously, but we will return to marrying people legally in the state of California. During the window of love, I married over 100 couples here in Los Angeles. And for the last 4 years, we have decided not to marry either opposite gender or same gender couples. We will do religious ceremonies, but we won't sign legal paperwork. And today, or 25 days' time, I'll be able to stand in front of the couple and say, and now by the power vested by the state of California and under federal law, you are married. What a day. So today we celebrate, we take our breath, and we know that there is yet so much more to do. We just commit ourselves to full equality and justice, not just for the LGBT community, but for every minority community that looks for the right to marry, the right for freedom, and the pursuit of happiness here in the United States of America. Thank you so much indeed. I have the great honor of introducing my colleague, John O'Connor from Equality California.
Thank you. Today's rulings are an enormous victory. They're a victory for love, they're a victory for commitment, and they are a victory for equality. Same-sex couples in California now get to share equally in the love, the commitment, the protections, the challenges, the responsibilities of marriage. This is huge. To lift from the eloquence of our president, since we are all created equally, now under California state law, the love we commit to one another is equal as well. Equality California is deeply grateful to every volunteer, every staff member, every elected official, every board member, every previous board member, every straight ally, everybody who has taken a stand for the freedom to marry. We have all been in this together, and we share in this victory together. We are a part of the very fabric of this state and this nation, and a majority of Americans embrace us now. John Duran went into the history in a beautiful way. This has been a lot of work for many, many, many years. And since the devastating loss of Prop 8, we have been in the field building public support for marriage equality. And so today we celebrate. But because we hold to our principles of full equality with great integrity, tomorrow we recommit ourselves to full equality and nothing less. We're going to address an epidemic of bullying and youth suicide, transgender equality, health, immigration, and our seniors. Our work is not done, but together we will succeed. Thank you all so very much.
As you can see, we are very, very happy. And that we totally, and I think actually we reflect the diversity of the community. If you look around in this room, we are all here together. Equality is key. It's what the city of West Hollywood was built on. It's truly what this nation needs to be built on. And though we are going to celebrate today, and we will celebrate, and I hope everyone joins us at the rally at San Vicente and Santa Monica at 5:30 to join us and many, many other people. We know that, as we've said, there is work to be done. Every couple, Every same-sex couple should have the right to marry no matter where they live, and it should eventually be the law of the land, so we have full equality everywhere, and that's what we will all be fighting for. But for now, we're going to celebrate the Supreme Court, we're going to celebrate California, and we're going to celebrate as a community for equality for all and love for all. Thank you all so much for being here.